And today, with some commentary from the man himself, we're going to run through some awesome clips using an FX Impact in 22 caliber, shooting 34 grain slugs, topped off with an Element Titan scope. Let's get to it.
This was early morning, just before the sun was up, and I spot this one sitting on the ledge. He's looking away from me, but I can still identify where his head is. You will see that I'm holding under for this shot under 110 yards, due to the fact that it's a 45-degree incline. This fella had way too much to eat from the farmer's fruit trees. I could not even make this little jump 50 yards away, and I had no problem taking him down from the back. Day by day, I keep track of all the movements of the dassies in this area. This gives me a chance to set myself up on certain places and wait for them to come out. This spot was one of their favorite places to sit, and I waited for this one to come out just over an hour. When he made his appearance, I was ready for him, and I took that shot on 75 yards. A couple of days later, I returned to the same spot as where I shot the previous one, and lo and behold, another one decided to sit on exactly the same place. From here, it was just a repeat for me, an easy shot on 75 yards. Sometimes it's hard to choose which one to go for when there's two sitting next to each other, but in this case, I went for a clear face profile that gave me this perfect headshot on 35 yards. Exactly what I wanted to preserve all the meat. So here's my gun setup. I'm using an FX Impact Mark II with a 700mm slug barrel. I'm shooting a 34 grain slug with a very large hollow point at 1000 feet per second, which is ideal for hunting. For optics, I'm running a Titan scope from Element with an APR 1D MRAD reticle.
You can see how this dassie just pokes his head out from the rocks. This shot must have been pretty close, and it's an easy one for the impact.
You can see this poor dassie had a flea problem and was irritated by the way he shook his head. Maybe this is the reason he did not spot me on 30 yards away. As I was glancing through the rangefinder one morning, I saw this little face peeping from a hole. If your eye is not skilled enough, you would have missed this one with ease. But I had a lot of experience over the years shooting these dassies, and I saw him. Excuse the foggy footage that you are about to see. Many mornings I have to go to my hiding spot before the sunrise. As the day breaks, a little bit of condensation forms on the outside of my scope lenses, and usually I wipe it down before I start shooting. But in this case, I was a little bit overexcited to take this one down before I did that.